We've got a few more bugs to go through. Our first bug is to do with Startime Sprout when Startime Sprout blinks. This user has noticed something interesting. They said every time Startime Sprout blinks, a part of one of the freckles is gone. So this is an image of Startime Sprout with both eyes open. As you can see, this skin has 3 blue freckles in between the eyes. But when Startime Sprout blinks, one of the freckles partly disappears. There's only half the freckle showing. Players are wondering why that is. Is the skin supposed to be like this, or is this an issue that's going to be resolved? Our next bug is to do with Flutter's dash ability, Floaty Dash. This user has noticed that Flutter's dash ability is slidey in game. There's less control, and this user has compared Flutter's dash ability to an older version of Flutter where there was more control over the dash. Let's take a look. There isn't much control when you dash with Flutter. As you can see, the toon is trying to move and it looks like Flutter is sliding. So this is how Flutter is right now. When you use Flutter's ability and you try and move side to side, it feels like you're sliding around. And this clip shows an older version of Flutter. When using Flutter's dash ability, when you try and move side to side, there is more control over Flutter. As you can see, the movements are sharper compared to the newer version of Flutter that we have right now. And this user said they prefer the older version of Flutter where you had more control over Flutter's dash. KingMob has replied saying, I'll look at it. The Flutter dash is different than before, but maybe we can recreate that. So it looks like the dev team are going to attempt to recreate the older version of Flutter's dash ability where you had more control over Flutter when trying to move during the dash. So that's good news for any players that play Flutter and have noticed that there's less control over Flutter during the dash. In the future, hopefully Flutter players will get more control whilst dashing. Our next bug is to do with Shelly glitching through a wall and ending up on the outside. What? This user said, glitched into the outside wall, please fix. This is a run ender. Let's take a look. Everything seems normal and then Shelly just walks through the wall on one of the greenhouse maps on floor 76. How can something like this happen? This user was not using any exploits, so that's out of the equation. The Shelly does have a stamina boost, but nothing else. Maybe the Shelly also had a machine completion boost as well. That's Shelly's passive. But with a stamina boost and a passive speed boost, it still doesn't explain as to why Shelly was able to walk through this wall. Is there a specific area on this wall that allows toons to walk through? As you can see, the elevator is just about to close, so this is very early into the floor. I wonder if other players have experienced this before. We've had other reports like this in the past where players were able to run through walls, but reports of that haven't appeared in a while, so to see this is quite shocking. Our next problem is to do with stickers being cut off when you use them. This user might have a solution for the dev team to improve the sticker pop-ups. This user said, I'm sorry, but it's been like almost a year and the stickers are still cut off during their pop-in animation. This can be fixed by just turning this one checkbox off. As you can see in this Connie sticker pop-up, the sides are cut off, and this user made a video showing how to stop stickers being cut off from the sides. As you can see, it looks like there's a checkbox in the dev studio options that will stop stickers being cut off from the sides. Under behavior, there is an option called Clips Descendant, and it seems like when you uncheck the box, this sticker appears fully. This could be a possible solution to the stickers being cut off. Maybe the dev team need to uncheck this box, so this can be a possible solution, or maybe it's a different problem that's causing stickers to be cut off. Our next bug is to do with completing skill checks. A couple users have reported that they are not receiving skill checks when completing machines, and the first case is from this user. They said, I soloed from floor 2 to floor 10 with not a single skill check with participation award, and I thought that was quite bizarre. Is this possible? Is the user mistaken? But then we had another case with this user who said, I was on a machine but it didn't give me any skill check. It wasn't just one time, but it was happening a lot of times. I'm not sure it's it's a bug or I was just lagging. Let's take a look. So this is the Bassi player on a mobile device, and as we can see, this player will not get any skill checks on this machine. So that's 2 players that have reported not receiving skill checks on machines. Is this a bug? Is this a loading error? Both of these bugs were reported after the Duo Machine update, so maybe the Duo Machine update has something to do with players not receiving skill checks on machines. Our next bug is to do with the stats page in the Garden View lobby. PC players have reported that meters walked and tunes owned has disappeared from the stats page. This user is a PC player and their meters walked and tunes owned is not on the stats page. However, mobile players can see their tunes owned stat. It's just PC players that can't see the stat. I wonder why that is. Hopefully the dev team can figure out why PC players have missing stats